Americans. Today, the 17th of August of 1969, we are in the 60s news. Today, we will discuss how the hippies are running out of followers. Do you actually know what hippies are manifesting for and why they're spreading their ideas? Why were they screaming? Therefore, we will have a perspective from a specialist and sociologist in revolutionary movements. And that's it. Welcome to Carmelita Montes! Welcome!
Thanks, Juliani. Good evening, everyone. Well, as we all know, this thing about the hippie movement has shaken the world. But the thing is, why? How does a social movement have such an impact on economic, political, and, of course, social means? Well, after a series of studies, I came to the conclusion that the relevance of this thing lies specifically on the way propaganda and the media depicts the movement. Why? Well, after a stage of war, I mean like post-Second World War and the Cold War, and with this thing about the Vietnam War and the forced recruitment, what the young people need is a movement that encourages them and makes them feel free to be whatever they want to. And that's the thing about this movement. It is peaceful and it helps us to relax after such tension. That's what I came up with.
After this cultural brewery, we'll now go to the festival Woodstock, where we have our reporter live.
Hey, I am Mona Flowers reporting from New York in the Woodstock Festival. This festival is full of hippie people and cannabis. Right now it's playing Joe Santana, and let's hear a little about it. While you were hearing to Joe, I found out one of the most important leaders of the hippie movement in the 1960s. She's of course Ocean again. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Ocean, but I have thinking about that it is an important outcome to be here in a hippie festival as the Woodstock.
Please, the pleasure is mine.
While you were hearing to Joe, I found out one of the most important leaders of the hippie movement in the 1960s. She's of course Ocean again. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Ocean, but I have thinking about that it is an important outcome to be here in a hippie festival as the Woodstock.
Please, the pleasure is mine.
Well, to get started with this interview, what purpose do you give to all the manifestations you have as hippies?
Well, we are often defined as people who want change in the world and who don't really respect the rules there are. So we want to spread pacifistic ideas all around the world and the country, and just to end like the war and all of the violence there is in the world.
Well, we now know why this movement arose all over the country, but why do you think hippies are so noticeable?
Well, first of all, we believe in nature and energy and the balance between our bodies and the universe. And we also recognize because of wearing long hair that represents like breaking stereotypes all the time. Also, we use loose clothes to let our bodies move freely.
How is it possible for hippies to have been protesting for so long time, and why?
Okay, so in 1945, our first protest was in San Francisco because of the Vietnam War. That was causing a lot of deaths and wasn't fair for anyone. And since then, we've been spreading to Boston, Madison, and a lot of other states. And also the same year, we had the biggest protest ever in New York, and well, we're doing it because it's not good that the people are not cooperating with each other and that there's like a lot of unfairness in the world.
Well, I know that as hippies, your main purpose is to reach peace, but is there any case of a protest that ends with violence?
Well, yeah, 2 years ago, on October 21st, 1967, there was a protest that lasted 3 days. There were hippies, liberals, and citizens there. We were marching peacefully, and then the army got to us and started to attack us to stop us. And well, that's where the violence started to arise.
Well, thank you, Ocean, for your time, and it was a pleasure to learn more about hippie movement and that that stuff. But well, enjoy the festival, and that was all, viewers.
Thank you, Ramona. And now we will have the opinion of our specialist. And what do you think about this?
Well, as we just saw, the enraged youth feels very encouraged to manifest their feelings and thoughts during these events. And as they have been happening a lot recently, of course, these ideological manifestations are a crucial part of our evolution as a society.
As we have seen, the hippies are of great importance to our 60s. They left a social impact, and in a way, they showed us how they spread their ideals and their beliefs. For now, we have to enjoy the present, and as Gandhi once said, in a gentle way, you can shake the world. Peace out!